singing that new. Saints in the crowd, yeah, the chosen, the crew. Zion rejoice, we gon' ride for the King. That's what the 10 braille, the heart gotta sing. Praise to the Lord, yeah, we singing that new. Saints in the crowd, yeah, the chosen, the crew. Zion rejoice, we gon' ride for the King. That's what the 10 braille, the heart gotta sing. Israel rise, give thanks to the maker. Joy in the King, no fraud, no faker. Step in the circle, we praise with the beat. Drums in the hand, got the saints on their feet. The Lord take pleasure, he loving his own. Crown on the meek, salvation is shown. Glory on saints, yeah, they singing out loud. Even on bass, yeah, they lifting the sound. Praise to the Lord, yeah, we singing that new. Saints in the crowd, yeah, the chosen, the crew. Zion rejoice, we gon' ride for the King. That's what the 10 braille, the heart gotta sing. High praise in the mouth, sword in the hand. Two-edged blade, we gon' take that stand. Judgment is written, the heathen gon' fall. Kings in the chains, iron wraps round all. Nobles and fetters, the sentence is tight. Saints got the honor, the Lord gave the right. This is the anthem, the victory song. Praise to the Lord, yeah, we marching along.
Praise ye the Lord, let the trumpet sound. Saints on the rise, put the enemy down. Glory forever, the kingdom we claim. All of his people gon' honor his name.
Hey! Word! Yeah, yeah! Praise to the Lord, yeah, we singing that new. Saints in the crowd, yeah, the chosen, the crew. Zion rejoice, we gon' ride for the King. That's what the 10 braille, the heart gotta sing. Yeah, yeah!
Been on the grind, we've been in the streets, we've been on to teach, we've been on the mission, we've been on for blitzing, we've been on for bringing out the laws and the scriptures. We've been on the rise, we've been on the grind, we've been in the streets, we've been on to teach, we've been on the mission, we've been on for blitzing, we've been on for bringing out the laws and the scriptures. Who want it? Who got it? Who bought it? We bought it. We standing up on our feet against these wicked bastards. Prophesying in the streets and blitzing evil pastors. We stand up for the Most High where they stand up for mass. Hand joining hand, kumbaya is they plan. They serving the white man, we keeping what God commands. Y'all don't understand, man. If Christ can, then we can. Why won't you rise up? Why don't you be a man? Now get up, go out and teach something then. Compel your people to repent, tell them about God's plan. Hit the streets, spread the gospel, bring them to the end. Cry aloud to your people, get them out of sin. Get your hand out they pocket, stop reaching, man. Pimping from the pulpit, show that you don't give a damn. But you can bet one thing, that's for sure. The prophets waking up, the 12 tribes across the globe. We've been on the rise, we've been on the grind. We've been in the streets, we've been on to teach. We've been on the mission, we've been on for blitzing, we've been on for bringing out the laws and the scriptures. We've been on the rise, we've been on the grind, we've been in the streets, we've been on to teach, we've been on the mission, we've been on for blitzing, we've been on for bringing out the laws and the scriptures.
I never said I was perfect, but I know that I'm worth it. They think I be messing up, guess what? I did that on purpose. Guess me dodging these curses, but they keep on pursuing. You're not congruent with the scriptures, then you bound to be ruined. My brother, what are you doing? Tell me what is your life plan? You best to put that crack down and go get it right, man. If you changing your life, man, or wake up to the white man. That's toilet where you wash your hands, now that's your nightstand. Yeah, you got crazy. I know that you ain't playing that. Now you in the cell praying, cry, can't get your friend back. His whole family hate you, they can't stand you, you can't stand that. Took him on that dumb mission, knowing you ain't playing jack. You know the commandments say thou shalt not steal. Took him on that mission with you, got your homeboy killed. Now it's all sinking in, you realizing that it's real. 40 minutes, 40 till, judge gave him 40 years.
We've been on the rise, we've been on the grind, we've been in the streets, we've been on to teach, we've been on the mission, we've been on for blitzing, we've been on for bringing out the laws and the scriptures. We've been on the rise, we've been on the grind, we've been in the streets, we've been on to teach, we've been on the mission, we've been on for blitzing, we've been on for bringing out the laws and the scriptures.
We be waking up the tribes and it started on the south side. Spreading wisdom to the wise, turn the hearts to the fathers, and it started in the south side. Raising the tents of Judah first, and you know we on the south side. I see the fear in they eyes, Levi and Benji on my right side.
Boy, you hit them 808s, bet you know we from the south side. Heard your pastor teaching lies, blitz block, tell them we outside. Break these nations, root them out the rocks, now they can't hide. Raving like I'm Benji, bout the low like I'm Levi. Set on high, like them 30s on the dunk. Overdrive, bombs fly, keep some flies in the trunk. Too fast, slim fast, coming like a famine come. Set up camps in all your borders, now your people eating dung. We been waking up the south like Levi, Benji, and Judah. Repented in that south from Gucci, Jeezy, and Boosie. That gospel in the south, from Memphis down to the A. See us blitzing in the south, but we been had something to say.
We be waking up the tribes and it started on the south side. Spreading wisdom to the wise, turn the hearts to the fathers, and it started in the south side. Raising the tents of Judah first, and you know we on the south side. I see the fear in they eyes, Levi and Benji on my right side.
Look, this is a spiritual war, so why in the hell would I fight with a gun? To all of the nations we lost, the scriptures they tell us we already won. Division that speak at the end, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to run. Look, focus, all of this shit is atrocious. I'm about to get back on my bag like I forgot something that's left on my groceries. Trophies, bogus, y'all can't forget that they sold us. Had a white man play Moses. I'm waiting for this kingdom to fall like October.
Wait, hold up, Christ already told us we soldiers. Got the whole south on our shoulders, waking up the world like Folgers. Tell Northern Kingdom come over, this the war after that locust. Not tremble on that cup, cut this shit by. We be waking up the tribes and it started on the south side. Spreading wisdom to the wise, turn the hearts to the fathers, and it started in the south side. Raising the tents of Judah first, and you know we on the south side. I see the fear in they eyes, Levi and Benji on my right side.
Quiet on set. Appreciate you guys. Hey, sisters.
Shalom. Welcome to the Natives Hour, home of the 10 tribes. I'm Officer Dunn, and to my right,
Officer has to die.
Officer Jonah.
Officer Jokanan. Officer Yakanan. Hey, let's pull up that thumbnail. Let's see what we're going to go into tonight. Hey, it's called Australia's Aborigines, the massacred people of a stolen land. Hey, I don't think they too much talk about this, but
I don't talk about this at all.
at all. You see Australia today, what you see, like a wealthy country, right?
You see Crocodile Dundee.
Bring it out.
That's
Right,
not
what
a
is that?
knife. That's not a knife.
That's a
Oh,
noise.
that's a knife.
Yeah. Hey, but before the British colonies came there, we had an indigenous people there.
Bring it out.
You know, and they are actually from the tribe of Naphtali. And we're going to get into how the British came, conquered, slaughtered, and colonized the people of Naphtali in that land. So we're going to get into it. Let's pull up the origins real quick. And we're going to read that. Go ahead.
Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Boom, right here. Make sure you donate to the Booster Club, y'all. Donate, 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 all right? That's how we can travel to Australia, Papua New Guinea, all these places, and wake up the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right. Hey, let's look at the pictures first. Let's see how the people look. Let's look at a few of the pictures. You can blow those up. You see that? Picture with the people with dark skin. Let's go to the next picture. Look at that. These are the Aborigines of Australia. They're more. The trumpet.
That's a didgeridoo.
Hey, all right. Let's go back, stroll up, and let's read a little bit.
Origins. Archaeological evidence indicates that the ancestors of today's Aboriginals first migrated to the continent 50,000 to 65,000 years ago. Genomic studies suggest that the peopling of Australia happened between 43,000 and 60,000 years ago. Early human migration to Australia was achieved when it formed a part of the Sahul continent connected to the island of New Guinea via a land bridge. This would have nevertheless required crossing to the sea at Wallace Line.
Hey, let's pull up that map so we can see what the Sahul continent looked like during this time. Let's pull up that first map. Let's blow that up. As you can see, the Sahul continent, it consists of, it was all connected. At the top, you have what we call Papua New Guinea today. And at the bottom, you have what we call Tasmania, what we call Tasmania today. It was all connected at one time. So I just want you to see, and you see the Wallace Line? So they're basically saying that they migrated from Africa through Asia through what they call a land bridge, basically at the bottom, which is called Indonesia today, up into that Wallace Line, where they basically took a boat or a ship over to Australia.
That's what the white man says.
Yeah, but we're gonna get into it, and we're gonna see how true that is. All right, let's go back. All right, let's read on.
It is also
Yep, it is also, let's get back to where we were.
It is also possible that people came by island hopping via an island chain between Sulawesi and New Guinea, reaching northwestern Australia via Timor.
Okay, right there. Let's pull up that second map. And they are saying it's also possible that they came this way. So blow that up.
Meaning they don't know.
They really don't know how they got there, but they've been there. Can you blow it up a little bit more? You see, what is it called? Sulawesi. Up top, that's a part of Indonesia as well. So they're saying they possibly came that way through island hopping to where you see Timor, right? To northwestern Australia. Timor and then northwestern Australia is at the top up there. So they're saying they possibly came that way. So, all right, we just want to show you that. Now let's pull up that next map. Yeah, you see what it looks like today after what they call the Ice Age, when they the water basically covered those bridges that connected the continent, basically that connected Papua New Guinea, that connected Tanzania, Tasmania.
Yep, Tasmania.
So that's what it looks like now. You see East Timor, you see Papua New Guinea at the top. So I just want to show you what it kind of looks like today. Let's get the next map.
And this is some heavy history that people really don't be going over.
Right. So as you can see, Indonesia is pretty big. So you go to the right a little bit, you see Sulawesi. That's Indonesia today. Let's go to the down. You see East Timor, and then it don't show it, but you'll see Australia right after it. All right, just showing you what it looks like today. Java, that's part of Indonesia today. All right. Let's read on as the sea level rose. We're going to go back now.
As sea levels rose, the people on the Australian mainland and nearby islands became increasingly isolated. Some on Tasmania and some of the smaller offshore islands when the land was inundated at the start of the Holocene, the interglacial period that started about 11,700 years ago.
When they say when the land was inundated, that means covered with water. So Tasmania became separate. Papua New Guinea and a few other islands became inundated. So so the people were all over. So you had some in Tasmania, Papua New Guinea, and what Solomon Island, and you're gonna see as we
Melanesia,
what is it called? Fiji, and you're gonna and places like that. So let's go back. Let's read on.
A 2021 study by researchers at the Australian Research Council Centre of Excellence for Australian Biodiversity and Heritage has mapped the likely migration routes of the people as they moved across the Australian continent to its southern reaches of what is now Tasmania, then part of the mainland.
So the mainland was called, what was it called? Let me go back.
The Sahel.
Sahel, that was the main, that's what it was called then, Sahel. All right, go ahead, read on.
The modeling is based on the data from archaeologists, anthropologists, ecologists, genetics, climatologists, geomorphologists, and hydrologists. The new model suggests that the first people may have landed in the Kimberley region in what is now Western Australia about 60,000 years ago.
Let's look up, just click Kimberley region real quick so you can see. You see that? Basically right at the bottom of Timor, that's where they came in at. That's what they're saying. That's the top of Australia. All right, let's go back. Okay, you finished that, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so now we're going to go to, let's pull up Chat GTP real quick. When it talks about New Guinea mainland. Let's read that.
Yes, New Guinea, mainland Australia, and Tasmania were all once connected as part of a single landmass.
So we kind of did a little bit more research on Chat GTP. All right, read on.
During the last ice age, the Pleistocene, sea levels were much lower, up to 120 meters lower than today. Because of this, Australia, Tasmania, New Guinea, surrounding islands formed one giant connected landmass called Sahul. People, animals, plants could move freely across this connected land. When did they separate? Tasmania became separated from mainland Australia about 8,000 to 10,000 years ago when rising seas flooded the Bass Strait. New Guinea separated from Australia around the same time when rising seas created the Torres Strait.
Let's go to the next one. Why this matters.
Why this matters. This explains shared indigenous ancestry between Aboriginal Australians and Papouans. Similar plant and animal species.
Papouans. Who are the Papouans? The Papouans are the people of Papua New Guinea.
Bomb.
All right. So it's saying that this explains shared indigenous indigenous ancestry between Aboriginal Australians and Papouans, which are Papua New Guinea people.
That's heavy that you say that, because with the research, because this is all the white man's conjecturing and all what he believes about Ice Age and stuff. Mm-hmm. But with the research that Bishop's done and the deacons and the captains, we know that the people of Papua New Guinea are the Israelites.
Right.
So if they share similar ancestry or similar customs, we know that the people of Australia and Tasmania are the Israelites as well.
Right, and we're going to get into that.
That's right.
You're right. Where we at now? So let's get the next one. Let's read that.
Yes, Aboriginal Australians are genetically very closely related to groups in Oceania. Such as Papouans and other Melanesians, who are often referred to as Australasians. They share a deep common origin from the same early wave of migrants that left Africa around 70,000 years ago, and they diverged from each other approximately 25,000 to 45,000 years ago, when Australia and New Guinea were connected by a single landmass called Sahul.
So they spread it about from each other. They basically spread it out through Tasmania, Papua New Guinea, like we was talking about earlier.
Throughout all those islands.
Throughout all the islands. Read on.
Both Aboriginal Australians and Papouans descended from the same early human migrant who left Africa.
So they're the same people.
They began to diverge from each other between 25,000 to 45,000 years ago.
So during the when the island split it from the continent, that's what they're saying. Read on.
Rising sea levels after the last ice age submerged the land bridge that connected Australia and New Guinea, separating the two populations and leading to distinct evolutionary paths. Genetic studies show that Papouans and Aboriginal Australians are closer to each other than to any other present-day global population.
All right, let's go to the next one. Talked about the Melanesian people.
Hey, officer, that's
yep.
What's heavy about that is when you do the research, Oceania is just talking about the entire area over there, as far as the Pacific Islands, the whole area of the ocean. But even when you look it up, they split it up between Polynesian islands, Micronesia, and Melanesia. And even the white man know that the people that live in the Melanesian islands, which is where our leadership has been visiting, Fiji, Papua New Guinea, and so on and so forth, Solomon Islands, there's a distinct difference from them and the other islands. So even like it's known that those are the Israelites in the Melanesian islands. It's known.
It's in the name.
Melanated.
Black, yeah, Black Island people.
Right, you're right. Now let's read this one real quick.
Geographic and genetic overview. Location. Melanesia is a sub-region of Oceania that includes Papua New Guinea, parts of Indonesia like Papua, Vanuatu, the Solomon Islands,
and
Fiji.
And then that's where our bishop then went, right?
Yep.
Over there in that area.
Yes, sir.
All right.
That's right.
Genetic diversity. Melanesians are one of the most genetically diverse populations on Earth, with complex histories of migration and adaptation. Unique genetic traits. Some Melanesians populations are the only people in the world with both dark skin and naturally blonde hair, a trait resulting from a unique genetic mutation. They also have traces of DNA from extinct hominids like Denisovans, which may have helped them adapt to their environment. Ancient migration. Evidence suggests that Melanesian DNA is present in some populations in the Americas.
In some populations where?
In the Americas.
In the Americas. All right, y'all. So let's bring out a scripture real quick. We're gonna get Genesis, right? We're gonna get Genesis 49 and 21. Let's see here. We're gonna get Genesis 49 and 21 because let's see. Read that.
The book of Genesis, chapter 49 and verse 21.
Let's go.
Naphtali is a hind let loose.
Naphtali is a what?
A hind let loose.
Now, what's a hind? A hind is a deer. So what happened if you have a deer, right, in cage, and you open the cage and you let him loose, right? What happens? He rapidly moves and scatters abroad and about all over, you know. So read on.
Naphtali is a hind let loose. He giveth goodly words.
He giveth goodly words. He's trustworthy. He maintains good relationships. So that's what they was doing with all the people of the island. They maintained good relationships.
Peaceable
People.
Yep.
Right? Now go to Deuteronomy 33. Let's see here. Let me get to it. Let's read Deuteronomy 33. Read that, 23.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33 and verse 23.
Bring it out.
And of Naphtali he said, O Naphtali, satisfied with favor.
Satisfied with what?
Favor.
With favor. Naphtali is satisfied with favor. Read.
And full with the blessing of the Lord. Possess thou the west and the south.
The west and the south. Let's pull up the western hemisphere. Let's pull up the western hemisphere.
And that was a heavy point you brought out in Genesis 49 and 21. A hind let loose, meaning as soon as they got out of captivity, they was gone. They was like,
I was gone. Hey.
But that goes to show, like, the way, like you said, the way Naphtali spread out. Because we know Naphtali is Argentina and Chile. But like Bishop has been bringing out, all throughout them islands, they spread out when they left captivity.
Right.
And this gives a more accurate depiction of when the scriptures talk about the Israelites have been spread through the four corners of the earth. We expanding to that reality, because a lot of time we get stuck in America, the western side of the world, but this is big, the fact that we even exploring this side of the world, that there's Israelites over there.
You mean there's not just Israelites on some random street in Philadelphia or New York?
Right, not just the east coast of America.
You mean you actually got to get up out of your house?
Plane ticket.
Plane ticket. You gotta get out of your city. You gotta leave first the block you were raised on and actually like get up and go somewhere.
Yeah,
I got you. I see now.
Right. Pull that up real quick. Pull that up. Let's get that on the screen. Western Hemisphere. Let's read the top real quick.
The Western Hemisphere is the half of the Earth west of the prime meridian and east of the 180th meridian, which includes all of North and South America. It also contains parts of Europe, Africa, and Antarctica.
Okay, let's, the continents, you pretty much said the continents. All right? So,
go ahead.
That's North and South America, right?
Yeah.
And also says what else? Parts of Europe, Africa, Asia, and Antarctica.
If you look at oceans, it says it includes Atlantic and Pacific oceans.
That's right. So now let's get the Southern Hemisphere. Let's read that.
Southern hemisphere is the half of Earth south of the equator, containing all of Antarctica and Australia, most of South America, and parts of Africa and Asia.
Australia. But go ahead.
It has more water than land, about 81%, and is home to about 10% of the world's population, resulting in less land and a more sparse population density compared to the northern hemisphere.
All right, let's read continents again.
Continents entirely includes Australia and Antarctica.
All right.
Includes most of South America and about 1/3 of Africa.
So Naphtali is in the North, South, Central America, as well as Australia, right? Pacific Ocean.
Hey, I was gonna say, did you keep reading that last bullet point?
Hey, let's keep reading.
The islands?
Yep. Includes islands in Southern Asia and Oceania, such as the southern part of Indonesia.
Oceania.
Hey, y'all, go ahead, man. Let's get it out.
Give me that in Titus, because what we was bringing out was showing what the white man hypothesizes about where our brothers and sisters in that land come from. It's 1 Timothy 6:20. But the Bible gives a clear roadmap onto where our people are.
That's right.
And thank God for our leadership, for putting the spirit on our leadership to bring these things out to us, because most of us don't even know where Fiji is.
Right.
Most of us ain't never heard of no Bougainville.
I know I haven't.
What is the Bougainville, yo?
Until now.
I'm saying. Go ahead and read that.
1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 20. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust.
So what is committed to our trust is the Bible. It's the prophecies that was given to us about where our people would be in these last days. Go ahead.
Avoiding profane and vain babblings.
That's what people, when they be talking about, oh, you got to have this certain genetic marker. You can only be black to be an Israelite. All this stupid stuff. Go ahead.
And oppositions of science, falsely so called.
The science falsely so called is the Ice Age, land bridge. That's the same way they say Gad got over here by a land bridge, or by Northern Kingdom got over here on a land bridge. They're saying the same thing about our brothers and sisters in the Pacific Island. But God explains how our people got to these different lands and that they would be there in the last days.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Hey, let me get real quick. Let me get 2 Chronicles 20. 2 Chronicles 20 and 20. This is scripture Deacon Malachi pulled. And just as we was reading the whole glaciers, they said everything was together and then they broke apart. But yet God already said in the Bible, our people will be scattered throughout the islands of the sea. Right? And God said that in the beginning. They talk about 50,000 years ago, 70,000 years ago. Read that real quick.
2 Chronicles chapter 20 and verse 20. Mm-hmm. And they rose early in the morning and went forth into the wilderness of Tekoa. And as they went forth, Jehoshaphat stood and said, Hear me, O Judah, and ye inhabitants of Jerusalem. Believe in the Lord your God.
So it's talking to the Israelites, you blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, Pacific Islanders. It's talking to you. It says, believe in the Lord your God. Go ahead.
So shall you be established.
That's how we're going to prosper. We have to believe in what the Bible says. Come on.
Believe his prophets.
Believe who?
His prophets.
Our leadership has done the work. Our leadership has traveled to these places. Our leadership has gotten textbooks, history books from the 1800s to prove Naphtali is the Pacific Islanders.
Right.
That's
books they thought we would never read.
Right. I'm like, where do Bishop get these books? Read that again. Believe who?
Believe his prophets.
It takes more freaking faith and energy to believe some stuff that your enemy is telling you happened 60,000 years ago than it take to believe the historical accounts of the Bible. Read. Finish that off.
Believe his prophets, so shall ye prosper.
That's how we're going to start to grow as a people. We have to believe the prophets and what God says. To hell with the theories that Esau done came up with.
You know, it's crazy. Most people don't read no books anyhow, right? Especially black people. Black people, that's why they say if you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in a book. So a lot of the people that's leading your churches or leading whatever type of movement you think you are, they don't even read. let alone the Bible, let alone books that the white man done hidden our true nationality in that corroborates what's going on in the Bible.
Right. Let's pull up that next picture called, it's a picture of a book
Vidi.
called Vidi.
It's
Let's
the
pull
book,
that up.
Bishop brought out, right?
Right. That's the book Bishop brought out. So y'all look at this. Let's read that.
Vidi, an account of a government mission to the Venetian or Fijian Islands in the years 1860 to 61 by Berthold Seaman, PhD, FLS, FRGS.
All right, let's get that little clip that we got. And Bishop basically kind of going in, on the people of Papua New Guinea.
You know what's crazy about that? It's the title of that book.
Yeah.
A government mission. Meaning the white man funds like, hey, I need to know where these people are. I need to know who these people is and what I got to do to make sure they don't. And in 1860 and 61,
Come on.
that ain't even the Civil War ain't even started yet.
Nope.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
That is crazy.
And
they was on a mission to go ahead.
I was just that the mission. That's exactly what they call the religious people
yeah.
and entities when they go throughout these islands in Africa. They call missionaries. It's to fulfill that government mission.
Exactly. Those missionaries, they spread Christianity as well, right?
That's part of the mission.
Right.
They spread white supremacy.
White supremacy. We're gonna go into that too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Let's pull a little small clip of that video. Let's play that.
The development of similar ideas may be observed elsewhere in the Pacific. In the last 2 decades of the 17th century, the great English explorer and adventurer William Dampier, 1652 to 1715, crossed the Pacific twice. According to John Campbell's map of Dampier's discoveries, there was thought to exist a race of Jews in New Guinea, suspected to be a remnant of the 10 tribes of Israel.
Good. Hey, real quick, pause that real quick. Even in the name, I don't know if you was going to talk about this, officer. They named the island New Guinea. Guinea is in West Africa. That's full of black people who are actually the Israelites. The white man knew these people here in this island is the same people in Guinea in Africa. Let's name it New Guinea.
Right. That's why they were saying that they migrated from Africa through Asia up into Australia. That's why they're saying that.
And even to the point where, I don't know if y'all like remember, before Bishop really started going into like the Papua New Guinea, like the Booster Club missions there, he was bringing out about the Inquisition, right? And during the Inquisition, they took a lot of us, they moved us to Guinea, St. Thomas and Guinea. So to say we're calling this New Guinea because we know the same people that are in Guinea, who we know are the Jews who we pushed out of Spain, we pushed out of Europe, that lets you know that those people are the Jews. Or even the fact that it's called the Solomon Islands.
Right. Yep.
But ain't no Amalek there, ain't no Israelites there.
Play on.
Resurfaced in 1904 when Mr. Oliver Bainbridge reported to the Cape Times that he had discovered a race of strange people in central New Guinea. He referred to, let me start at the top, Bishop.
Page 1, yep, next, right there at the top.
Yes, sir. He referred to them as black Jews.
Can I get a bomb, somebody? Boom. I just boom myself. I just got to boom myself. All right, read the next underlined section.
Yes, sir. In the land of the black Jews, Bainbridge, dressed for the occasion in.
Next page. Good.
It is interesting to note that today in Papua New Guinea, echoes of such ideas are still prevalent. Let me jump to the next underline. I occasionally heard people in Western Highlands Province, PNG,
That's Papua New Guinea.
Tambul, Neblier, and Mount Hagen Town, referring to themselves as the last tribe or the lost tribe. What they meant was the last of the 12 tribes of Israel.
Raise it up. Thank you, IT. Go ahead.
I visited the Gogodala tribe.
Yeah, that's the tribe we was making reference to. They said they're Benjamin. Go ahead.
The Gogodala tribe. The Middle Fly electorate. Fly River, Western Province in Papua New Guinea, in response to an invitation to prove their Israelite ancestry through DNA testing. They were of Jewish origin. The missionaries have remarked upon their Jewish noses, their Semitic looks, and upon the similarity of their Gogodala language to Hebrew.
All right, now Solomon Islands. Now Solomon Islands book, the book for.
So that's Bishop. He was reading that book. He was going into the people of Papua New Guinea. Let's pull up that next picture.
That's
y'all
right.
Make sure y'all go back and and watch that class. Pull up that next picture. It's called Pacific Ring of Fire, where he goes in on the people of Papua New Guinea, Tasmania, and Fiji.
Yep, Solomon Islands.
And Solomon Islands.
Bougainville. Yep.
Bougainville.
That's right.
Bougainville and things like that. That's a great class. So you'll see our people is there. Our people is there.
Make sure y'all downloading the classes too. 'Cause there's gonna come a time where they pull us off of YouTube. Download the classes.
That's right.
We just sent you another screenshot. If you have it, pull that up. Did y'all get that? If y'all got that back there, let's pull that up.
And you would think because we talk about the quote unquote 2819 church all the time, right? You would think they would be like, let's go to Papua New Guinea.
Right.
They got all the Amalek money. They got all the government money. You think they would go do it first?
Right. Well, their mind is focused on assimilating or pleasing the colonizer.
Yeah, rubbing Miss Hand's back and be like,
exactly.
it's all right, master. Don't listen to them black Hebrew Israelites.
Right. They're not interested in waking up the lost sheep of the house of Israel. They're not interested at all.
Or doing anything that Christ says, to be honest.
Right. Well, yeah, that's true. They're gonna be celebrating Christmas here in the next month. So
they're gonna be celebrating Thanksgiving.
Right. Skip one.
That's true.
Thanksgiving first.
We don't remember. We don't keep that garbage.
Yep.
Right.
Hey, you gotta be out of your mind to be black or Hispanic and celebrate Thanksgiving. Most black people be like, my grandmama was Cherokee. Why then would you celebrate a holiday that's all about the killing of your ancestors?
Bring it
Hey,
out.
officer. Same thing in Australia.
Yeah.
Hey, you remember they have a day called Australia Day, and it commemorates the day the British came and took over the island. And you got our people over there celebrating it.
It's like the 4th of July here.
Yeah, same thing.
They got one day over there. Well, it's called, ain't it called Sorry Day?
Yeah.
And it's just a day where apparently they give the Aboriginal people they're like, oh, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Like, can I have my land back? Can you take me off the outback? The outback is a reservation or the ghetto for the Aboriginal people out there. So when you eat at Outback Steakhouse, you eat in that ghetto steakhouse.
Right.
Officer, to your point, they in Australia they had when the British came, they have the frontier massacres, where they massacred 417 massacres happening in Australia, where they kill all these. The same thing happened to the Native Americans. So, and they they pushed their families away. They was going into those cane sugar plantations, tobacco, all that.
No, when we went we went with Captain O'Shea and Captain Gad. We went to
That's right, y'all went last Passover.
International. International. Put the camera on.
That's right.
International.
You got international prophets.
International. You gotta do
shout out.
You gotta do the international shimmy.
The shake.
You gotta
Shake.
international.
Okay.
But when we went to a museum, and the museum showed it has a map, and there was to your point, Officer Yakanan, the same way Gad had hundreds of different tribes, hundreds of different nations within ourselves. The Australians had a bunch of different nations. And so when, not the Australians, the Aboriginal people. So when the Dutch and the British came in and started conquering, they was forcing people into like different like, yo, this ain't my tribe. Why you moving me over here with these people? And they was causing all these beef and stuff to the point where there's like, well, we gotta work together because we gotta get this white man out of here.
And the same way that the white man did in America, how they made it seem like so-called Native Americans, the tribe of Gad and Reuben, was over here swinging from trees, had nothing developed. They considered it an empty land. The same thing they did in Australia. They called it, you remember that term?
Terra Nueva.
Terra nullius, I think
Terra
it was.
nullius. What's nullius mean?
Terra, it was like empty earth. It was like no man's land.
Empty land.
So they see a bunch of communities of our people, and the white man got there and said, yeah, ain't nobody here. It's good for the taking. They called it no man's land. Nobody's land. It's called terris nullius. Look it up. It's crazy. They did the same thing there as they did here.
Yeah, they also had a lot of mass shootings, and they did a lot of mass poison. They used to poison them. You know,
Yeah, we're gonna bring all that out.
Yeah.
Right. You're right though. Yep. Let's pull up that next thing that we got, and let's read that.
Papau can refer to a term for the island of New Guinea. Its western Indonesian part or an ethnic group. The name is of Malay origin, likely meaning frizzy-haired, a reference to the local Melanesian people. In modern use, it most commonly refers to the Indonesian province. Can you go down? Of Papua or the country of Papua New Guinea. That's it. So
you wanted to bring something out?
Hey, that goes into the white man knowing who they was coming up on. They named the island Papa, which means nappy hair, woolly hair, New Guinea. The same people we got in Africa, we got here. It's in the name. It's in the name.
And they know, meaning they know we the same people. They know that, them the Israelites over there.
That's right.
Right. So we're going to pull up the first video. The first timestamp is called History of Australia. Let's get that first timestamp. Let's go, y'all. Like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, like, share, subscribe. Share this everywhere, y'all. Hey, shout out to Soldier Jacob and Soldier Zebedee in Australia. Come on.
Right.
The brothers, man.
Brothers, they holding it down right now.
That's right.
They are the first fruits of Australia.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Brothers, man.
All praise to the Most
Send up
High.
prayers for them brothers.
Stay
man.
strong.
Shout out, y'all. Stay in the spirit, y'all.
All right.
Yeah, per week.
215, y'all.
It is, but it's
I just want to
peak
say,
time when everybody.
hold on, pause it. I just want to say, y'all.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
I know what's coming.
I have to. Australians are the ugliest people on the whole damn planet. We was out there for like
true.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
They are literally, they're ogres.
Yeah.
They were like, no, I'm not joking. Those were like some ugly, disgusting people.
up.
Like they were all like orcs walking around out there.
Outback.
That dude do look like Crocodile Dundee, though.
Or
They all look like that though. That's normal.
like he's red.
He's
Like
a
put it on the screen, Amar.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a red man.
Exactly.
I don't know, like, why people be believing like Esau is not the white man. That is a red person. He looked like them Australians look wasted away.
They feel like they can be more of themselves out there. It's less judgment, so they let loose. They be who they really are out there.
Bruh,
Hey, yeah, that's another thing. They are Esau out there.
Yeah.
They don't hold back.
They pride is
They don't hold
priding.
back. If they see a group of 3 Negroes walking, they flipping you off just for walking.
Like, no, like you think we joking. Like we was in the mall on a flyer mission. We mobbing through and it was like, I think how many was us? 8 of us?
Yeah.
There was 8 of us. First of all, most of them Edomites out there was like, where did you import all these black people from? But we wouldn't move out that way. So one of the Edomites turns around and starts cussing us out. And I was like, word?
Yeah.
One Edomite walked up to Cal and was like, hey, what you doing, boy?
Right.
Like, this is how these people, yes,
Straight
this is
up.
how these people talk. Boy.
And you can see the spirit in our people out there, scared, very scared. So you could tell Esau is is very hateful out there, and our people are docile. They're docile. They need this word of God for real out there.
And if you want to join IUIC Australia, call the number. Call the number. Go to Israel Unite. I just seen somebody say I want to join IUIC Australia. Call the number, man. We got a contact out there. We need brothers to go down there and put in the work and help raise up the 12 tribes.
That's right.
Let's play that video.
What is here? Absolute paradise found.
I finally found it.
Yeah.
I mean, do people ever say to you, look, $30,000 or $40,000 a week is just too much, or do they say that's fine?
No, because obviously you pay for what you get in life.
Yeah. Behind this $1 million view is the other Australia, a secret battleground where the first people of Australia fought the invading British. This was their land, which they defended bravely and with ingenuity, but they had no guns and were defeated. In 1838...
Hey, real quick, just to note, the same way they say, that's the other Australia, is the same way they say here, oh, that's Black America versus white America. It's the same lingo. It's different lingo, but it's the same thing across the world. Go ahead.
Bring it out.
You was right, too. It was terra nullius, which means nobody's land. But go ahead.
The Sydney Monitor reported, it was resolved to exterminate the whole race of blacks in that quarter.
So they decided to exterminate the whole race
of blacks.
Blacks.
They're blacks. That's what. As a matter of fact, that's a negative term that they call the Aboriginal people out there. They call them black fellas. They will call you, black fella is a term they use out there.
Bring it out.
You mind if I grab a scripture?
Yeah, go ahead.
Deuteronomy 28:37. Yeah. Because, I mean, even in fact, Aboriginal, that's like being called Native American. It's the same terminology.
Come on.
Because before these demons came over here, we had a name for ourselves. But now we refer to ourselves as the same term that they put on us. Go ahead, read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 37.
Let's go.
And thou shalt become an astonishment.
An astonishment is something crazy. Because when we went out there, right? So we went to camp, right? And it was an area that was heavy with our brothers and sisters that are coming from the continent. Because a lot of brothers and sisters are leaving like Kenya, Tanzania, the east coast of Africa, and coming to Australia to live to escape like persecution. So we was going out to camp there. But a lot of the Aboriginal brothers and sisters was out there just drunk. Same way Gab be out here.
Yeah.
They was just drunk. And we were like, man, that's cold-blooded. That's an astonishment. Everybody can see that and be like, yo, why is that happening? Go ahead.
And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword.
A byword, black fella, Aboriginal. What was some of the other terms that they use? Kanaka. Kanaka. That's another word they call us.
Birds, blackbirds.
Blackbird. That's crazy work.
Dang.
Those are all, so the black, when he say the black generation, the same way they call us black or Negro over here, they call them black or Negro in Australia.
Dang.
Officer, mind if I pull a scripture?
Go ahead.
Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 49.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 49.
Let's go.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
This nation he brought from far was the British. The British came and conquered the Aborigines in Australia. Read.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth.
They came from the end of the earth. Australia is far away from England. Read.
From the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
And that's the symbol of England, an eagle. Read.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
The Aborigines from Australia, they didn't speak no English. Read.
A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
They killed all the elderly people, the people they was teaching, the people, the elders, the community, and the kids. That's what they did on those massacres.
Crazy. You're right. Let's play on. Let's play on. Yeah, these some evil people.
Come on.
And this is how many of the survivors live today.
Poor.
This is Eric El-Kedra, who works at the health centre in the Aboriginal community of Umbluddawatch, some 200 miles from Alice Springs in the Northern Territory.
So that's another thing. When you look at it, so again, the same way how GAD is pushed to reservations, the Aboriginal people of Australia were pushed into the outback, which is in the northern part, out in the desert and stuff.
Right.
Well, ain't no good. All the good land they took for themselves, the white man took.
Right.
Bring it out.
Yeah, I moved in here last year. Other families living in one house, maybe 20 in one house, or 15 in another. Some living outside.
Do you have a kitchen in your house?
Nah.
No kitchen.
Yeah, I have to make a fire outside.
Yeah.
You got a fire there, wood outside.
No electricity.
No electricity, no.
You got water?
Yeah, I used to tap out here.
And you don't have a shower or anything like that?
No shower.
So it's just that one outside tap?
Yeah.
So to wash the kids, they got to stand under the tap?
Yeah, get a hose.
You hose the kids?
Yeah, hose, put a hose up.
Oh. Shouldn't be like this, should it?
No.
Look at hold on, look at it in the back. You see all them res dogs? Sorry, I can't stand res dogs. Every time I go to the reservation, the dog, that's how you know you live in where there's lots of Israel. It's because you see dogs just running around crazy. That happened in the hood, it happened on the reservation, and it happened in the outback. If you got res dogs, yeah, you around Israel. Go ahead.
Play on. Play to the stand.
It's a rich country.
Yeah, it's rich.
For some. You have a right to certain things. You're paying your tax.
Yeah, I'm paying my tax. But I'm living in a tin shed.
Here you are living with your family here, without a kitchen, tap outside, no electricity. Just over there, there's what they call a government business manager.
Yeah.
And he's got 18 air conditioners.
Boom, right there. Stop. I'm sorry, I gotta. So again, that's the same thing that happens on the reservation with GAD. You got the what is it? The Bureau of Indian Affairs, the BIA. They go in, they got all this money, they got the nice amenities, but our brothers and sisters on the reservations live like garbage. So you can even see in Australia with his demon, he got good things, but the people whose land it was, they ain't even got no kitchen.
Right.
Bring it out.
It's just like America, one of the richest countries in the world. And Australia is a very rich country, but look how poor the indigenous people are living.
This is normal, man. Like, this is normal for our people out there. This ain't this ain't one case in a million. This is how our people live out there. And you can even see when the white man asked him the question, he said, it shouldn't be like this, huh? He was like, is this a trick question?
Do you think it should be like this?
You could see the brothers like confounded. Like the scriptures talk about, we're confounded. We don't have no answer. Confusion of faces.
Boom. Let me pull the script.
Come on.
Hey, you in the spirit. Daniel 9 and 7. You like set me up for that.
Come on.
Because that's exactly where I was about to go. Because, I mean, double fold, people look at people. I know there's an ignorant Negro out there right now looking at them and being like, they don't look like us. They don't look like a black American. That's not the point. It goes into the curses that we are under as a people. And you see that in America. You see that in Mexico, Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, Africa, Papua New Guinea, Australia. Everywhere we are, we're going through hell.
Right. It say the spirit bear witness with our spirits. It don't say being black bear witness with the Bible. Because like Bishop brought out, God loved the Israelites so much, he killed black nations
people
for the Israelites.
That's right.
So it ain't got nothing to do with that. But go ahead.
Read that. Daniel 9, start at verse 7.
Daniel chapter 9 and verse 7. O Lord, righteousness belongeth unto thee.
Because God gave us the law, statutes, and commandments on how we should live. And because we broke those law, statutes, and commandments, that's why we're scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, even to Australia where we still live in hell. Read.
But unto us, confusion of faces, as at this day.
So even today, we all have different looks. We have different, you got light skin, you got dark skin, you got bigger noses, skinnier noses. We all got a different look, but because we understand that we're going through hell, that we're cursed in the city, we're cursed in the field, we're beneath all the other nations. We had a whole other nation of people come and take our land from us and leave us in utter poverty. All of that resonates with us. But like Officer Jonas said, we got a confusion of faces like, what do you mean should it be like this? Do you think it should be like this? How else would it be? I've lived like this for the 500 years you've been here. Read.
To the men of Judah and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem and unto all Israel.
So not just to black people in America, the men of Judah, but all Jerusalem, in the islands, throughout in Haiti, in Mexico, all throughout North and South America, all throughout the Pacific Islands.
Read. And unto all Israel that are near,
that are in the Sudan, that are in Libya, that are in Lebanon and Saudi Arabia, because all of that is near Israel.
Right. In Palestine.
The Afro-Palestinians who are going through hell right now. Come on.
And that are far off.
Papua New Guinea.
Right.
The Solomon Islands, Bougainville, Tasmania, Australia, South Africa, Aurora, Colorado. Read.
Through all the countries whither thou hast driven them.
Because we've been driven through the four corners of the earth. Come on.
Because of their trespass.
Because we broke God's commandments. Read.
That they have trespassed against thee.
Read.
O Lord, to us belongeth confusion of face, to our kings, to our princes, and to our fathers, because we have sinned against thee.
So the reason that the people in Australia are going through these things is because of our sin. We're stuck in sin. We even got, remember the one brother when we pulled up on the museum and he was a big Christian? We still believe heavily in the same white Jesus that they push on us.
Yeah. Some of the brother, he was just sitting outside, just chilling. Yeah. Our people got a heavy spirit of we just gonna stay out the way and let yous run the country. And white Jesus, heavy out there. Yeah.
Read verse 11.
Daniel 9 verse 11. Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law.
So that's how you know that these are the Israelites. You could tell by the poor state that they are in that those are God's people because of their transgression. Read.
Even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice.
Read.
Therefore the curse is poured upon us.
That's a curse to live in a shack, in a shanty without a kitchen. That's a curse. The way we live is not normal. All the other nations, because they've profited off of our destruction, are living good, but we're at the bottom. That's the curse being poured out on us. Read.
And the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of God.
Deuteronomy 28:15. That's what we just read. Reads.
Because we have sinned against him. And he hath confirmed his words, which he spake against us, and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil.
The things that the British and the Dutch did to the people of the Aboriginal people of Australia, to the people of Tasmania, Papua New Guinea, Bougainville, the Solomon Islands, Melanesian, that's a great evil that these people did. Read.
For under the whole heaven hath not been done as hath been done upon Jerusalem.
Meaning you can't find no other nation on earth that's going through the same that can give the claims that this brother is giving, or that brothers on the reservation, or that the so-called black and Hispanic and Native American man can give. What's been done to us, ain't nobody else been through that. That's how we know that these people in Australia are the children of Israel.
Bro, the fact that the white man can come to they call it the Northern Territory. The fact that they can come to the Outback and even bring a camera to even create a documentary on the poverty of our people, it shows you the amount of evil that they've done. Because not only have they done it, killed us, changed our names and heritage, now we are so downtrodden. Like the scriptures say, they just walk all over us. Where the white man is like, we not scared to go into the outback and interview them. Like, his friend probably like, you sure? They probably pissed off from the history. White man like, we good.
He's fine.
We good.
And then Isa spent trillions of dollars to hide the truth.
Yep.
They never think that we was gonna go to Papua New Guinea.
Right, for real. Yep.
Message. Go ahead, play the video. Or is that the timestamp? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, you should have given me one then.
Like a jewel so rare in a setting that's fair.
Hey, which one y'all got, man? Which video y'all playing? Is it the first one? Y'all supposed to be playing the history of Australia at 2:15. Is it the history of Australia, or are you guys playing the Australian Dirty Secrets? Well, I tell you. This the history of Australia? Yeah. Okay. All right. Where we at in the timestamp? Okay, go ahead and play on.
Of white was born with its gardens of blooms and its
You can see, just keep playing. You can see how the British or the white people is living now.
Australia's creation, the heart of a nation.
Birth of a nation.
This is Canberra, the capital of Australia. It's very quiet, with wide, clean streets, manicured lawns, excellent schools. And this is the Australian Parliament. According to a government survey, it's one of the most advantaged places in one of the wealthiest countries. And this is the suburb of Barton, named after the first Prime Minister of Australia, Edmund Barton, whose Act of Parliament in 1901 became known as the White Australia policy. The doctrine of the equality of man, said Barton, was never intended to apply to those who weren't British.
Boom. There you go.
The White Australia policy. Y'all man.
He said equality was never for those who are not white and British.
Right.
Meaning if you're not an Edomite, you're not equal.
Apartheid.
Right, exactly. And you got to think, that's the same mindset that the white man had in America.
Right.
Throughout Europe. And like you said, apartheid in South Africa.
Everywhere he went.
Where's John 3:16 at?
Right.
Mr. Apologetic, can you tell us, does John 3:16 apply there? How come there was no John 3:16 when they stole Australia?
Right.
When they was enslaving our brothers and sisters in the Pacific Island? Where's the John 3:16 at? Why didn't God love the world then?
Come on. Right. Hey, let's get that next timestamp. Let's get the next timestamp.
Australia big too, man.
It's huge.
So we was in Adelaide, right, which is like that's southwest, right? Southeast. We had to drive all the way to Melbourne to go to camp. That's where, I don't know if y'all seen the video, that's where the dude jumped crazy at camp. Man, they was ignorant out there in Melbourne, bro. Yeah, it was the Sudanese brother. He was wilding. But we drove a whole day. It was like we got up mad early in the morning, drove for like 8 hours, got out there, did camp, drove back. It was gangster, man. Australia's huge.
Yeah. It was and we was still in the southeastern tip of Australia, even driving all day. Like, it ain't like we went to the whole other side of Australia. But to your point, real quick, I remember we spoke to the brother from it was Sudan, I believe, and we were asking him how they are treated in comparison to the Aboriginals, and he had some some bitterness in his speech, and he was saying how the Aboriginals are treated better. They're given more opportunities than him and his people are given coming straight from Africa. And it just shows you, right, that's crazy. It shows you the divide is still there in Australia between Southern Kingdom and Northern Kingdom out there. So that was wild to hear, especially seeing the Aboriginals chilling, just drunk, chilling on the ground, oppressed. So that was crazy that he said that. But go ahead.
No, based off what you said, go to Isaiah 11:11. Because I was gonna pull this out, but because you keep jumping the gun on what I'm about to pull. It's super crazy. Isaiah 11:11. Yeah, because to your point, like our people come from the continent, and then our people to Australia, and then our people who are already on the continent of Australia, the Aboriginal people, they going through the same thing. Because to say that the Aborigines are getting treated better than brothers and sisters coming from Africa is laughable.
Crazy.
Because they both getting treated like garbage. Read that, Isaiah 11:11.
The book of Isaiah chapter 11 and verse 11.
Let's go.
And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people.
So God said he gonna recover the people back from all the places we've been scattered. Go ahead.
Which shall be left from Assyria.
Assyria is Turkey.
And from Egypt.
Egypt is Egypt. Go ahead.
And from Pathros.
Pathros, that's the lower Egypt. That's Sudan. Like you were saying, the brothers coming from Sudan, where there's a genocide going on right now where they're killing our people. Go ahead.
And from Cush.
That's Ethiopia.
And from Elam.
Elam is going into India and Iran. Go ahead.
And from Shinar.
Shinar is Iraq.
And from Hamath.
That's Syria.
And from the islands of the sea.
The islands of the sea is Papua New Guinea, the Solomon Islands, Australia, Tasmania. Go ahead.
Right. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcast of Israel.
The ensign is this Bible, because with this Bible, we're going to go out there and show our people like, hey, you're the Israelites. The reason you're in this situation is because we broke God's commandments. We got to come back to the commandments. We got to believe on Jesus Christ, the black Messiah, not that damn white man they gave you. Read.
And shall assemble the outcast of Israel.
The outcast of Israel is you so-called Australians, you Aborigines, is you so-called Papua New Guineans, is it Bougainvilleans? Bougainvilleans. You people in Melanesia, in the Pacific Islands, in Fiji, and Tasmania. Read.
Right. And gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth.
That's all around the world. Go ahead.
The envy also of Ephraim shall depart.
So the envy of Ephraim is northern kingdom, envy in southern kingdom, or the so-called blacks, the people in the Sudan. Read.
And the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off.
Meaning those who hate on Judah, those who hate on the black Messiah, Jesus the Christ. Read.
Ephraim shall not envy Judah.
So Ephraim, northern kingdom, which is you so-called Hispanics, Native Americans, the people in the Pacific Islands, you are not going to hate on Judah. The so-called African American, West Indians, Haitians, people scattered throughout the continent. Read.
And Judah shall not vex Ephraim.
That goes into the brothers from the continent not hating on the so-called Aboriginal people of Australia. Right?
All right. Let's get that second timestamp.
And white-skinned.
Let's play it from 6:25. All right, play.
Barton made no mention of a people who had lived here for thousands of years, the longest human presence on Earth. They were deemed barely human, unworthy of recognition in the new suburban utopia. They are Australia's secret.
He made no mention of them in that white doctrine, whatever he pulled out. Go ahead, keep playing.
This film is a journey into that secret country, my homeland. It will describe not only the uniqueness of the first Australians, but their trail of tears and betrayal and resistance from one utopia to another. We're about 200 miles from Alice Springs and heading into the red heart of Australia. It's a region known as Utopia, called that by the first white people here, who either had a very acute sense of irony or were demented by the fury of the heat. It hasn't rained for months, and it's extremely dry. In the survey I mentioned at the beginning of the film, which named Barton in Canberra as the most advantaged place in Australia, the most privileged place, it also named Utopia as the most disadvantaged place, the poorest place in Australia.
It's the home of the
Can you
first
fast
Australia.
forward that? Okay.
Hey, you see that, right? So they cut the stream. That's the thing. When you try to bring out what's really going on with our people, that's what Esau gonna do. He gonna be like, hey, you can't do all that. You talking too much. You wait for the stream to come back up. I think we might still be good on Facebook though. Let's look. The white man the devil, y'all.
Well, I guess while we waiting, get that script, man. Deuteronomy 33:29. Deuteronomy 33:29. He mentioned the Aboriginals was Australia's secret. Well, God is discovering all of the secrets that the white man thought was going to be hid forever.
That's right.
Read that, verse 29.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33 and verse 29. Let's go. Happy art thou, O Israel.
Bible say we should be happy to understand that God chose us as his special people. The kingdom is for us, even though we down bad right now. It says, happy art thou, O Israel. Read.
Who is like unto thee, O people, saved by the Lord.
Because the Lord loves us. I know it don't look like it, but the Lord loves us. Our salvation is nigh. Read.
The shield of thy people, and who is the sword of thy excellency. And thine enemies shall be found liars unto thee.
It was already prophecy in the last days, as the prophets are bringing out all of this, all of the dirt that Esau tried to cover up, the atrocities done in Australia and all throughout the globe that they tried to hide. They wiped out a whole generation and called it the stolen generation. All of this stuff is being brought to life, and our enemies is found liars. The same ones that taught us white Jesus, the same ones that said we Aboriginal. Are we back up? Yes, sir. We good? We're back up. Oh, Boaz messing up, y'all. Yeah. So just like I said, it's tough to watch these things and see our people hopeless like this, but just know that we all gonna understand that the white man is a damn liar. And we gonna come back to the black Messiah and start having trust in the Bible and our king and not the white man no more. So
let's fast forward to about 8 minutes. Let's see what that's at. We can't play it at all? The whole of it? None of it? Okay. Let's go to, well, that sucks. There's some good stuff in that video.
That don't want it brought out.
Let's go to the population. Let's pull up that. Pull up where I have it labeled population.
Hey, the white man crazy too. The white man ain't invent nothing but the copyright. He let blacks and the Hispanics invent everything, and then he invented being able to take credit for it. That's all a copyright is. I let my slave do all the work, and then I take credit for it. Because I'm white and I said so.
Man, in that video, it was going to go into the massacres and slaughtering of the people as well. But this is going to actually go into the population during the time. It's actually going to go into, that video also goes into the, what is it? The colonies they set up, right? So they start bringing prisoners over to Australia. So basically the 13 colonies in America was pretty much dismantled, right? Because they went against the British Empire, right? So they were setting up colonies like in America to populate America. So they took those resources and they brought them to Australia. So they started sending prisoners to Australia. The first group they brought was like 1,000 people there, and they kept bringing people. In the end, they had over 1 million people there. So those people were fighting in the military and stuff. They was wiping out the natives of that land. So they was massacring them. They brought smallpox. They brought diseases. They killed. The diseases alone killed over half the population, let alone the the mass slaughtering and murders and things like that. So that's what that video was going to bring out.
Bring it out.
But now this is going to go into the actual population at that time, roughly. This is what they estimate. Read that.
When Britain established its first Australian colony in 1788, the Aboriginal population is estimated to have been 300,000 to more than 1 million people, comprising about 600 tribes or nations and 250 languages with various dialects. By 1901,
so from 1788, was it, to 1901, read?
By 1901, the Aboriginal population had fallen to just over 90,000 people.
So they roughly killed over 900,000 people, or over 1 million people, because this is an estimate, within a short period of time.
Yeah, that's a lie, because Australia is a big continent. So to say that there was only 1 million people on that big continent, nah, they lying. They killed millions. The same way that this demon came over here to the Americas and killed upwards of 70 to 100 million so-called Native Americans and Hispanics, he did the same thing in Australia.
Right. And they was trying to say 20 to 40,000 people, but I had to keep digging. It's more than this. You're right.
Yes.
They killed millions.
These people are vile. These are vile people.
Right.
You want the rest of that?
Yeah, go ahead and finish it.
By 1901, the Aboriginal population had fallen to just over 90,000 people, mainly due to disease, frontier violence, and the disruption of traditional society. In the 20th century, many Aboriginal people were confined to reserves, missions, and institutions, and government regulations controlled most aspects of their lives. Thousands of indigenous children of mixed heritage were removed from their families.
Dang. Let's get that Deuteronomy 28. Y'all should be given to another people.
Let's go.
Hey, the same thing happened to them happened to the natives of the 10 tribes in the North, South, and Central America.
That's
right. The natives of this land. Let's read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
So our sons and daughters was given to another people, right? They basically they indoctrinated them with Christianity. They put them not on reservations, but like in the northern parts, the worst parts of the land.
Yeah,
reserves is reservation.
That's a reservation.
Yeah, officer, they said reserves and institutions.
Right.
So what they did was they put the blackest of the Aboriginals in reserves to basically just wipe them out mentally, physically, and they took the more mixed children and they put them in institutions to make sure they become white-minded.
Right.
Bring it out.
And they was going over this in one of the videos. They call it history wars, right? So basically, they had propaganda where the people were lying through rape and pillage, and they had them, they had propaganda videos about it. So basically, saying that the people wasn't dark, they was lighter. Sort of like they did over here in the Americas. They would have you think that the natives was never dark. The Ephraim, so-called Puerto Ricans, was never black. All the tribes of Israel, they would have you thinking that they wasn't black.
Yeah.
But man, there's some good stuff that we could bring out. But
but to your point, the same way they had Native American boarding schools in America and Canada. What it's called in Australia is the stolen generation. So from 1870 to 1970, they had where they would come in, like you said, kidnap the kids, and then they would force them into what's called orphanages. And so in those orphanages, they did the same thing that they did to Gad. They would cut your hair, force you to be white. They would lighten you up. So like we've seen those pictures of Gad, where they would have Gad before they took him. long hair, dark skin, and then afterwards they cut their hair, lightened up their skin, had them wearing European clothing. They did the same thing in Australia. It's called the Stolen Generation.
Bring it out.
Let's pull that next video.
I know, the white man, the devil.
It's the devil.
He killed the whole momentum with that because we lost 30 people on this stream.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all share.
Right.
Share. Like, share, subscribe. Get this shared everywhere. I don't see y'all sharing in here. Y'all better share.
Like, share,
Get it
subscribe.
out there.
This another video.
We gonna try.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is one of the wealthiest and most highly developed nations on the planet, boasting enviably high levels of education, healthcare, and wages, which, when coupled with its easygoing and laid-back lifestyle, makes for one of the highest levels of living standards enjoyed anywhere in the world. The
You
quality
see how
of
rich
life
that
in
country
Australia
is? Just keep playing.
is in fact so high that its 5 major metropolitan urban areas, Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, Perth, and Adelaide, all regularly feature in the top 10 of the Global Livability Index,
Hey,
which ranks
stop. You
cities
see how
based on their
rich and powerful that country is? It reaches in the top 10 of the Global Livability Index.
I ain't gonna lie. We was in Adelaide. We kept the Passover in Adelaide. Adelaide's pretty nice. It is not crimey at all. Now, in Melbourne, was it Melbourne or Sydney we was at? We was in
Melbourne, yeah.
And Melbourne was gross. Melbourne was mad grimy, but Adelaide was nice. And you could tell that they stole that place and stole a lot of wealth from over there.
Dang. Play on.
levels of stability, healthcare, culture, environment, education, and infrastructure. All of this culminates in Australia having one of the world's highest levels of life expectancy, with males expecting to live to an average of 81.
That's crazy. They say the Australia had the highest rate of life expectancy, but I for sure know that don't apply with the Aboriginals.
That do not.
Their life expectancy probably in the 40s or 50s. It's like two different worlds.
Right there, yeah.
It is two different worlds.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Play that.
Harsh and unforgiving environment. That is because for much of Australia's early history, the country was governed as a penal colony for British convicts, who were transported to the far side of the world to lay the foundations of the first European settlements there. But how did this country change?
Hey, also, you know what's crazy? The white man is tactical, because he sent the worst of the worst. Mm-hmm. So then now when Australia is overtaken by white folks, now they could say, oh, well, that was them. That was the convicts. That was the prisoners that did all the dirt. We just came behind them and set up shop. Hey, white man. The hell is white this? Man sneaky, man.
They was all the same people. They just basically, if you fight, you free.
You mind if I grab a script?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
He keeps saying things and it makes me think about the scripture I was already going to prove.
Come on!
Cool. Ezekiel 7:21.
Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 21.
Let's go!
And I will give it into the hands of the strangers.
Read verse 20.
At verse 20. As for the beauty of his ornament, he set it in majesty, but they made the images of their abominations.
So the beauty of his ornament is talking about us, Israel, because we're the jewels of God. We're God's precious jewels. But because we went into idolatry, because in Australia, they were worshiping other gods. You know, they were over there for hundreds of years coming out of the Persian captivity, and they were still worshiping the gods of the nations, same way Northern Kingdom did on this side of the world. Read.
Bring it out.
But they made the images of their abominations and of their detestable things therein. Therefore have I set it far from them.
Meaning we've been kicked out of Jerusalem all the way to Australia. Go ahead.
And I will give it into the hands of the strangers for a prey.
Let's talk about the white man. The white man now controls Israel. The Amalek, the Israelites. Read.
And to the wicked of the earth for a spoil.
Go ahead.
And they shall pollute it.
Read.
My face will I turn also from them, and they shall pollute my secret place. For the robbers shall enter into it, and defile it.
So it's talking about Jerusalem, but it's also talking about everywhere else we went. The robbers, these people rob and steal. You know Amalek is behind this. Who else would fund the ships to take so-called, what they call them, criminals, and bring them to Australia? Amalek, when you look at it, Amalek is behind all those different things. Even when you look into the Dutch East Indian Company, which was a company that Esau used to go into India, and like you were bringing out, Officer Don, Indonesia, what is it, Java, to East Tamil, all those different places. That's where Esau was able to go into those different places through the East Dutch Indian Trading Company.
Bring it out.
Read.
Make a chain, for the land is full of bloody crimes, and the city is full of violence.
Read.
Wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathen.
That's what I wanted. The worst of the heathen. The white man is the worst of the heathen.
Right.
So even to say, oh, those who did that were the criminals. So you took the worst of the worst and brought them to Australia, and they committed all type of war crimes against the Aboriginal people. You got the point about Tasmania? Are you bringing that up?
No.
So even so what they did, what the white man did in Tasmania is he basically wiped them off the map.
Right.
And then he made a cartoon character called the Tasmanian Devil, mocking us after he wiped us out and genocided us. That's this white man. God calls him the worst of the heathen, meaning there's nothing worse than the so-called white man.
That's
the
right.
Australian, the Israelite, the American. They're the worst.
Let's play on. See if we can get through that one.
Such a degree, going from a place where people were sent to be punished into a place where many aspire to live today. This is the history of Australia. All of our videos are now available to watch.
That's it, right? All right, let's get that second timestamp real quick.
Like, share, subscribe. IUIC Denver in the classroom. Make sure you donate to the Booster Club. Help send us back to Australia. I'm trying to go to camp in Melbourne. Come on.
That's right. Yep, let's go.
Dutch colonists out to such a remote and seemingly inhospitable territory was never deemed cost-effective by the Dutch East India Company.
Boom, there you go. Dutch East India. That was the first one. The Dutch were the first to go over there. Read.
Right.
Focus remained on the invaluable spice trade. Consequently, further explorations of Australia by Europeans halted almost entirely for the next 100 years. It was only during the voyages of Captain James Cook to the South Pacific in the 18th century that interest in Terra Australis was once again renewed. In the course of 3 separate expeditions between 1768 and 1779, Captain Cook carried out the most pioneering exploration of the Pacific Ocean ever yet conducted by a European navigator.
All right. Captain Cook, he came through, right? And 100 years after the Dutch came, and then they basically took over after that. Let's go to that next timestamp.
That's a demon. That's a criminal.
Yep.
Ain't no captain.
Yeah, a criminal. Yeah,
Giving these nice titles to these demons. Ain't no damn captain.
Yeah, all about conquering and slaughtering and taking land.
Right.
Right.
And then lying about it.
Obviously, also in Australia, they got gold, washed gold, which they came from all over Europe. They came from all over Europe to take all the gold out of Australia.
Right. They took all their resources. That was the whole thing, to take their resources. That's why it's one of the richest countries today. Okay, play that.
Australia, inspired by the growing national sentiment, concerted their efforts in pushing for a
You
mandate.
see it's all in red? They basically conquered the whole Australia, the whole continent. All right, play on.
Federalisation from the Imperial British government in London. Following intense negotiations, a bill was passed by Parliament in July 1900, and the Commonwealth of Australia was subsequently proclaimed by the Governor-General, Lord Hopetoun, on the 1st of January 1901, with Sir Edmund Barton being sworn in as the nation's first Prime Minister. One of the first major defining pieces of legislation introduced by the new nation was the White Australia policy,
This is
which
what I was
barred
talking
any
about earlier, the White Australian policy, which barred anybody that wasn't white, I think from either coming into the country or something. But let's see
from being a part of Parliament.
Oh,
from being
okay.
a part of the government.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's no different than like black people being worth 3/5 of a man,
right?
Or Native Americans
Right.
being savages,
Right, couldn't
meaning,
vote.
Yeah, you can't
Stuff like
vote.
that.
But they didn't have any rights either. The natives of the land.
Right.
Play on.
one of non-European heritage, particularly Asians, from entering the country.
Oh, they couldn't enter the country. They could not enter the country, man. All right, play on.
This was implemented in order to preserve the predominantly British makeup of Australia's population, which contemporaries of the time argued would help coalesce the emerging nation into a singular cultural and socio-economic entity. In reality, it was nothing more than an apartheid-like system, designed to prevent other ethnicities from taking opportunities away from white Australians. The early history of Australia had almost exclusively been shaped by the direct relationship between it and the colonial mother country of Britain. But as the second decade of the 20th century arrived, the fledgling nation would find itself irreversibly changed by the outbreak of the First World War.
All right, where we at on the time? All right, play on.
Although the majority of the fighting took place on the battlefields of Europe, the war for many Australian soldiers would be defined by their experience in the Middle East, serving alongside their comrades from New Zealand.
That's all we want. Let's go to the next. No, that's right. Dang, I think I missed it. What was they talking? They was talking about. Play on, just play on.
Corps of troops that became known as the Anzacs. In the Gallipoli campaign of 1915, troops from Australia, New Zealand, as well as Britain, France and India suffered appalling casualties in their attempts to capture the Dardanelles Strait from a determined Ottoman Turkish army. Although the campaign ended in defeat for the Allies, it nevertheless marked a time of reckoning in the national psyche of Australia, with its troops earning a reputation for renowned bravery and selfless sacrifice in the face of adversity. The later years of the war would see Australian regiments deployed to the Western Front, as well as continuing fighting in the Middle East, where they displayed the same levels of courage and determination. By the war's conclusion in 1918, some three...
That's it on that? Because earlier, weren't they talking about... Man, I think I missed that point as well. Y'all got something? Go ahead.
No, I just was thinking about this the children that they snatched up, you know, when they came and established what was called the stolen generation. What they did was they not only did they kidnap these kids and send them off to reserves and institutions, they placed a board of protection over these kids. So similar to how they do today with child protective services and you said what?
CPS.
Yeah, CPS and different. They give it a name of affinity, like positivity, but it's really to monitor how your mindset and to destroy you and create what they call them, chocolate covered white people. You know, so they had a whole board. They call it a board of protection. How you gonna steal somebody's kid and then appoint a chief protector over him?
The hell is this?
His protection is with his parents.
Right. The Catholic Church was,
Heavy.
guilty for that.
They're heavy in that.
Yeah.
When they conquered on 1788 and 1800, they came and they start putting all the religion and white Jesus into the indigenous.
Yeah. Don't think white Jesus ain't on the billboards in Australia. We seen him.
It was in their church. Their church is built. That's the thing. You can't, as a Black, Hispanic, or Native American, you can't in good conscience be a so-called Christian or be a part of Christianity, because that same church you're in is not only on the same ground that was stolen from the indigenous people, but it was built with the blood, the sweat, and the tears of those same people and the resources that were taken from those people. So you in good conscience can't serve this white Jesus knowing that your people were killed in order for that to happen.
Let's go to 2150. I think I missed something in there. That timestamp 2150.
Like, share, subscribe. IUIC Denver in the classroom.
This is us.
Hey, let's get these likes up. Where these likes at? Oh, wait, them likes is liking. Make sure y'all share. Share on your Facebook, y'all. Share in the they got groups about Australia, Aboriginals in Australia. Get it out there so our people can know that they're the Israelites, that God loves them. They God's chosen people. Do your part.
That's right.
Yeah.
Concerted their efforts in pushing for a mandate of federalisation from the Imperial British government in London. Following intense negotiations, a bill was passed by Parliament in July 9.
This 2148, right? Go, where you at? That's you too far over. Where it says you go the other way. Should be 21 minutes and 48 seconds into the video.
Yes, that's 2148. This might be the wrong video.
No, because it says Australia's Dirty Secrets.
No, what video is this?
Yeah, Australia's Dirty, huh? Yeah, you might have to start that over or something.
Give me Jeremiah 17:4. Because we saw that when...
So, yeah, it was off. This should be Australia's Dirty Secrets. And it should be 2148. Damn.
If you want to join IUIC Denver's broadcasting technology team, come and give us a visit. We taking applications,
I probably
y'all.
missed the first one. All right.
That's history of Australia. It should be Australia. You can't play that one.
It says Australia's Dirty Secrets. Come on, y'all. Let's get it right.
The name of the video. While we wait,
let's go, y'all.
Give me Jeremiah 17:4 real quick. No, that's a different.
No, it's not.
Video.
The one that got cut off is History of Australia, unless you played it backwards. This is the last video on here. Australia Dirty Secrets. The one you're supposed to play last. Wow.
Go ahead, read that.
Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
So when you look at it, not only have we discontinued from our heritage of knowing that we the Israelites, knowing that we're from the tribe of Naphtali, when that white man came in there, we were speaking 250 languages. We had our own tribes and families set up. You know how you read in the book of Chronicles, the son of such, and he became the father of the Suchites, right? That's what you see in North America with the tribe of Gad, and in Australia with the tribe of Naphtali. But when the white man came in, he now has cut you off, and now you're just Aboriginal or native. Read.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
Because our forefathers ain't know nothing about Australia. Read.
For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
Which all goes into our idolatry and our sin. Our sins is what has put us in this situation. Y'all got the video?
No, they played everything backwards. Y'all just come out with scripture.
All right. What you got? Go ahead, Jadon.
You want to pull Second Ezra's, officer? Did you have that? Go ahead and pull it. All right, pull that real quick, because you so-called Pacific Islanders, South Sea Islanders, this is how. Right. This is the Bible has your migration documented.
Wow.
Right. Read that in 2nd Ezra 13.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13 and verse 40.
Let's go.
Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land.
So just like it said in the book that we brought out, the people of I think it was Papua New Guinea, they knew they were part of the 10 tribes of Israel. Because remember, soon as we left that part of the world, in Assyria, near Israel, near Africa, we left to keep the commandments of God. We left knowing our identity. Read.
Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land. In the time of Hosea, the king, whom Shalmaneser, the king of Assyria, led away captive. And he carried them over the waters. And so came they into another land.
So Pacific Islanders, so-called Melanesian people, this is your history. You was captive in Assyria, and read the next verse.
But they took this counsel amongst themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt.
Now jump to verse 45, that further country. Let's see where y'all took counsel to go to. Read.
For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half. And the same region is called Arsareth,
which is America. And we know from the understanding that leadership has given to us that we went even further west into the islands. We went even further west like that hind let loose into these various islands. You are the tribe of Naphtali, and remember why you left was to keep God's commandments. That's the reason why all this stuff is happening. So the solution, all our brothers and sisters out there in the islands, Papua New Guinea, Solomon Islands, Bougainville, it's time to come back to your identity as an Israelite, not no Aboriginal, not no Islander, none of that, not no Melanesian, none of that. You are Bougainvillian. You are Israelite, and it's time to keep God's commandments, because that's what y'all originally left for, is to keep God's commandments.
You know, I was going to say, even to that point, when you look at Bishop's class, he brought out a book that showed that the people got, even before they came over onto this side of the world, into Argentina and Chile, that some of our people, due to the travels of Solomon, because when you look at our hidden history, Deacon Ithon brings it out about how we already knew this land was over here. So some of us had already came over here and stayed over here. So knowing that, some of us was already over here, left from Argentina and Chile, then headed to Papua New Guinea, the Solomon Islands, Australia. So the history is deep, and it's being uncovered now. Yes,
Bring
sir.
it out.
Let's get the book of Luke, chapter 4 and verse 18.
Let's go.
Because the Acts of the Apostles continues, and we're going out throughout the four corners of the world. We're going to places we haven't been. Hey, we continuing the mission, that our forefathers was doing. Read that.
The book of Luke, chapter 4 and verse 18.
Bring it out.
The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he hath anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor.
To preach the gospel to the poor. Who are the poor? The poor are the Israelites. The poor are you people of Naphtali in Australia. The poor are you in Tasmania.
Papua New Guinea.
Papua New Guinea. What is it called?
Bougainville.
Fiji.
Solomon Islands.
Solomon Islands. And what is it? Oceania, all the islands of Oceania. Read.
To preach the gospel to the poor. He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted.
He sent us to heal the brokenhearted through what? Through the word of God.
That's
through
right.
the prophecy to let them know that their captivity is not going to be forever. Right? They come back to the law, statutes, and commandments of God. There will be salvation for them. Read.
To preach deliverance to the captives.
That's that deliverance. That salvation is deliverance. Because right now you're captive to your oppressors.
Bring it out.
Read.
And recovering of sight to the blind.
And you're blind right now because they can't save us. They don't want to save us. Right? If you participating in their holidays, you participating in their whatever their day is, it's just like the 4th of July.
Australia Day.
Australia Day, right? Then you blind. He has brought us to give sight to the blind. Read.
To set at liberty them that are bruised.
To set at liberty them that are bruised. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the 12 tribes of Israel, no matter where you are, what part of the globe you are in, you are a bruised people. Right? We're coming to awake you out of the sleep you in.
That's right.
All right. If you want to be awakened out of your sleep, we got a school here in Denver, 9034 East Easter Place, Centennial, Colorado. Come visit us every Sabbath or visit IsraelUnite.org. Find a school near you. The brother in the live, I think your name is Azalikilio Jezreel. I think I said your name. It might be Ezekiel. We got a school. We got people out in Australia, bro. So come get with us. Help wake up your people in Australia, all right? Also, donate to the Booster Club.
That's right.
Boom, right here. So we can continue to send the bishops, deacons, captains, officers all around the world, all throughout Oceania to wake up our people and preach the acceptable day, all right?
Natives Hour is filmed in front of a live studio audience, just so y'all know. Hey, big shout out to the live audience that we had today, brothers and sisters. Shout out to the brothers on the 1-2s, Boaz and the Ball. All praises. BNT, I don't know BNT. It's a little shaky. But shout out to y'all too. Pray y'all stay in the spirit.
Hey, them brothers out the spirit. They played the videos is in order, played everything backwards. Them brothers out the spirit. Hey, but anyway, shout out to the live audience.
Right.
Hey, I'm Officer Dunn. Shout out to bishops, deacons, and captains.
That's right.
All praise to the Most High. All right. I'm Officer Dunn. To my right,
Officer Asadai.
Officer Jonah.
Officer Jokanan.
And we have been the Native Hour, home of the 10 tribes.
Wake up!
Tick-tock, 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 tick-tock.
Hickory dickory, I know you sick of me, but you a God's enemy. If you live wickedly, don't be an idiot. Follow for trickery, most has had enough. Call all the deacons up, and all of the captains. It's time to get active. We never reacted, we swing into action. Cause you're running out of time. Yeah, you're running out of time. Yeah, don't be tripping up. Gotta keep it up, cause you're running out of time. Tick-tock, tick-tock.
Hickory dickory dock. The lamb you started the clock. 2/3 gonna drop. Purple gold make 'em stop. Purple gold make 'em watch. We gon' rise to the top. We the gods, we don't flop. Can't stop for the flock. Same place they took us. Same place they booked us. Colombia, we docking. Cologne, yeah, we mocking. Hit a tick 'cause it's talking. If you feeling me, just hit us up. If you Israel, keep looking up. We caught you up, then we build you up. Any, many, money, more. Catch up, cracker, body, throw. When they holla, squeeze it, more. When his eyes pop, let it go.
Hickory dickory, I know you sick of me, but you a God's enemy. If you live wickedly, don't be an idiot. Follow for trickery, most has had enough. Call all the deacons up, and all of the captains. It's time to get active. We never reacted, we swing into action. Cause you